So today, I want to talk about a game that really stuck with me upon completing its 15 to 20 hour campaign time. And the reason I have the title like it is, was simply because despite the game getting both critical acclaim and fans who have played it loving it, it did not sell well. Not to mention it has furries, and you might be scared of them, and I don't blame you. I'm just kidding, by the way. But being serious, this war story about a group of kids trying to survive is not only dark, but also extremely moving at times. The story starts off with Burman Empire, those are the bad guys, basically Nazis, who come to a village and just simply wipe it off the face of this earth. Thanks, assholes. I hope you all fucking die. These 6 kids stumble upon a gigantic tank and decide to go in it. The tank offers them protection because it's alive. It wants to protect them, but it needs a sacrifice. Since they're losing, the kids are scared, so you can sacrifice a person, and then it will power up the tank to save everyone. Yeah, you heard that right. Sacrifice someone. Sacrifice one of these poor little kids and turn them into energy so this tank could shoot a Kamehameha wave and save everyone. Pretty freaking screwed up, right? You're intrigued now, right? That's why I love this game. The story continues from there as the kids meet all these victims of this senseless war and they start to join them inside this tank. So through the storyline, you start to have these characters become friends and build bonds through these difficult times. And the game is broken into different styles of gameplay. So the main gameplay is you're using this tank to travel through the lands. And in doing so, you'll go into these turn-based battles. So you'll use these kids who all have their own specialty for weapons and will help you win the fight. It's usually you're either doing air attacks or strong attacks or quick attacks and so on to try to overwhelm the different types of enemies on screen. It's a type of system where you have to make sure you're using the correct formation to not get overwhelmed while also dealing with the fear of these kids getting under too much stress, because you got to remember these are just kids. So it balances well to give you a sense of challenge, but not overwhelmingly hard that I felt like this game was being unfair at any point in time. The other major gameplay section is doing a kind of cooldown phase. You get these characters to bond with each other. You can do tasks for each other, you can talk to each other, you can do laundry, you can even upgrade. Everything you do in your off time takes points for the day, and eventually you'll run out of those points. So you'll never be able to do everything. Think of it similar to like Persona or Cold Steel, where you only get so many bonding points to use, but never enough to do it all in one part. And besides that, there is also a gameplay loop where you can explore caves or areas on foot. This is mostly very simple 2D gameplay where you have to outmaneuver baddies and not get hit. And you collect treasure to help boost up your tank and weapons and defense so you don't get, fucked up in battle. So when I played this game, I was already invested in these characters because of the circumstances they were under. I was rooting and wanting to protect them on top of building up this tank to be a goddamn beast. It all blended so well together. The actual combat, despite being turn-based, kept me on the edge of my seat, simply because I knew I had to link the right characters up to make it the most beneficial attack in battle, which also meant that the bonding moments mattered even more. I also needed to use attacks in the right order and specials when needed to and not waste them too early on opportunities when stronger wave of enemies came. So this all made for some really gripping gameplay, and a shorter length made it that I never got bored, thankfully, because I'm not sure if this will work for a 40-hour game, but it certainly worked for a 15-20 hour game. So while I can rave about a lot of this game, there are some small critiques I just want to mention real fast. I think the searching areas for inside the caves or mansions or whatever is not very well done. It's simple, it feels clunky, it feels almost like an afterthought. From the rest of the game, it just feels like it was added on last minute. I also thought the endings weren't as powerful as I expected, or at least the good ending. That's the ending I got. I did everything right, I saved everybody, I got the good ending, and I don't know, it just didn't hit me like the rest of the story did. Now, maybe they were already creating the second one at this point, probably, so they didn't want to just to end there, and that was it. So maybe they'll build upon in the second one and probably be even sadder. I'm sure some of these characters will die. It is war after all. But for me, I thought the ending played it a little bit safe. But again, Fuga is truly a worthy game to play. The graphics and art design are absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. The battles are intense with plenty of urgency, which really surprised me. The characters are great and you'll want them all to live no matter what, even if they start off bad. And there's dark subject matter for the most part, is always handled with maturity, and it's just really well done. Overall, Fuga is the type of game that I wish more people would play, but simply don't. So, I'm hoping this video might change your mind and give this little 2D game a real chance. It's one of the best surprises in gaming in the last 10 years for me. It's a really high 8.5 out of 10, and I cannot recommend this enough if you're into Japanese RPGs. If you're just into this style that you're watching right now, this type of gameplay, you must pick this up. It is so good. I bought it at full price and think it's worth every penny, and I definitely cannot wait for the third one, which should be out soon at the time of this recording. So go pick up Fuga right now. And if you already played this game, please list that below. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear thoughts on this game. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. If you love this, hit the subscribe button, because I got more video game stuff, comic stuff, and nerdy stuff just keeps coming out on this channel. And everybody, have a good day.